Rigid output. Engaging. Stay suit.
Attention, please. Here you go.
List subject.
Target locked.
Violation.
Attention, please. Let's flip the world. This is gonna be loud. Savor this.
Best thing I've done today.
This is gonna be loud. Savor this.
Best thing I've done today.
What's up everyone? I'm back with another voiceover to explain this full nuke damage rotation. You may notice this rotation is a bit different from the one I showed you in the last rotation video. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to go check it out. That rotation assumes you'll be doing back-to-back rotations and is a lot simpler. This one maximizes your damage for one singular nuke in the least amount of time. It's a lot more advanced because the timing of everything is very concise and it's very easy to mess up. Before we learn about the rotation though, a little disclaimer. I'll explain some alternatives, but one-shotting Rhodagn with Fluorite is very difficult because she just doesn't do as much damage as any other DPS. This is a max investment Fluorite. Please don't expect to deal this much damage. With that out of the way, let's talk about the gear. Majority of Fluorite's damage will come from her ultimate followed by her battle skill, so make sure to upgrade those first. We also get a free 20% damage from one of her talents, so make sure to pick that up as well. For Fluorite, at P0, Clannable and Wedge perform similarly. With Clannable, you won't have access to its weapon effect, but the arts damage it provides more than makes up for it. Wedge has the downside of having Fluorite trigger a reaction, so we need to include that in our rotation. Between a P5 Clannable and Wedge though, Wedge wins by 9 to 22% depending on crits. P5 Opus the Living is the next best option, only losing to a P0 Wedge by 7 to 14%. For her gear, Hot Work provides a great set effect, increasing our nature damage, and provides Arts Intensity, which is a very useful stat since 36% of our damage comes from Arts Bursts. For maximum damage, MI Security Armor is better. Bone Crusher Heavy Armor is just better for speedrunning since it allows us to do back-to-back nuke rotations with less SP. But in this scenario, we won't do back-to-back rotations. MI Security is the next best option, dealing anywhere between 4 to 24% damage depending on crits. Xaihi provides us buffs through her battle skill and ultimate, so it's important to max those out. We use Chivalric Virtues to gain attack buffs from her battle skill. Stanza can also work here for its attack buffs and gives Xaihi a lot of intellect. For her gear, this setup gives us the most amount of intellect. If she's using a max intellect Stanza though, Frontier's Armor Tier 3 gives you more intellect. We maximize intellect here so that we gain more amp through her ultimate. As for potentials, P5 and P1 are very good to further increase our buffing. Upgrading Gilberta's ultimate to M1 provides us the most amount of art susceptibility, which at base will become 30% but increases by 3% for every vulnerable stack. Gilberta uses Delivery Guaranteed for the arts damage buff as 0 SP cost. The Battle Pass weapon wouldn't work here because SP is very tight. For gear, Gilberta is running Eternal Zero Night for the damage buff and getting a little bit of arts intensity to increase her stagger from lift, though it's not really necessary. As for potentials, P2 is nice to have but not necessary. It only provides 2.2% bonus damage. Upgrading Perlica's skills aren't really necessary since her buffs come from just using her ultimate for Stanza and the Forced Electrification. For Perlica, she's using Stanza for the attack buff. Detonation Unit or Monet are good alternatives as an arts intensity stat stick. For gear, we're running as much arts intensity as possible to increase the arts damage taken debuff she applies through electrification from her combo skill. For potentials, P4 is very good. It turns our combo skill's 1-stack electrification into a 2-stack electrification for stronger debuffs. Now, let's talk about the rotation itself. First, we use Xaihi's battle skill to regain the SP while we're out of combat. While Rhodagn is in the air, we prepare a final strike right before dodging. After landing the final strike, it triggers Xaihi's amp from battle skill and Chivalric's attack buff. Next, we use Fluorite and Perlica's battle skill to trigger corrosion. We apply it early here so that we ramp up the resistance shred it provides, and we reapply it later to extend the duration and to regain our buffs. Continue doing another final strike to trigger Xaihi's combo skill. By now, 3 combo skills should be ready, but we don't use them yet. We need to make sure to time these properly so that all of their buffs are up for the nuke. Next, we use Xaihi's ultimate to get Nature Amp, and Perlica's ultimate to get Stanza's attack buff. As we're landing the next final strike, we use all 3 combo skills at the same time, followed by a Fluorite battle skill. This will apply Electrification, Delivery Guaranteed Arts Damage buff, a Cryo Infliction, and the Fluorite skill will reapply Corrosion for Wedge's first and second Arts Damage buff, and Hot Works effect. While all of this is happening, we continue to do more final strikes to regain SP. Now, if we time it properly, this final strike should be at the same time as the Fluorite battle skill pop. And as soon as it does pop, we use one last Fluorite battle skill and immediately use Gilberta's ultimate for Art Susceptibility and Eternal Zero Knight's damage buff. Now, if we did everything right, we should have Electrification, maxed out Corrosion, Art Susceptibility, and slow debuffs on the enemy. This vulnerable stack is to increase Gilberta's Art Susceptibility, and the Nature Infliction is to allow Fluorite to deal Arts Burst on all 3 of her skills. For buffs, we should have Xaihi's ultimate Nature Amp, Xaihi's battle skill amp, food buffs, Wedge's first and second Arts damage buff, Chivalric and Stanza's attack buff, and Delivery Guaranteed Arts damage buff. Fun fact, you can only have 10 buffs on the screen, and since we have too many buffs, we don't actually get to see Hot Works or Eternal Zero Knight icons. But we still have it, so no need to worry about that. With Fluorite's ultimate, we pop our battle skill early to deal extra damage, the ultimate deals 4 instances of damage, and we end it off with a combo skill. In that specific order, we apply 3 Nature Inflictions and trigger 3 Arts Bursts in a very short amount of time. Now here's the damage rotation in real time with the skill order at the top.
Stay safe, team. Attention, please. Here you go.
List subject.
Target locked.
Violation.
Attention, please.
Let's flip the world.
This is gonna be loud. Savor this.
Best thing I've done today.
And that's it. That's how you deal 1.5 million damage to one-shot Rhodagn. Granted, I have a lot of weapon copies and potentials, and I had to crit fish to be able to one-shot Rhodagn, but this rotation was done on a boss that wasn't fully staggered, and it's not on the marble core either, so I think it still counts. I'll talk more about it in a future video, but this one-shot is very difficult to do right now because Fluorite's gear options as a DPS is not very good. Hot Work is kind of just the best of the worst gear options. It provides a really nice set effect, but because it doesn't provide as much agility or intellect, Fluorite's attack is very low compared to other DPS units. If they ever release an agility main stat and nature set, Fluorite can deal even more damage, and I'm really excited for that. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Fluorite content. Max out your Fluorites. Goodbye.